What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe, you got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
One of the best days of my life right now. I'm telling you, one of the best days of my life. You guys don't know what the heck we're talking about, guys. If you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification. You know, whenever we post some breaking news, some content about some confidential emails, any of this good stuff that is going on in the background, you're going to get some of that news today. You can also become a superstar VIP $2.99 a month. Hit the join button under the video. Lets you get entered into the giveaways every single month. You also can become a super duper rare, holding on to that membership for 2 years. Get one of these hats sent to you for free. So let's know your address if you've been holding on. It'll let you know on your YouTube profile if you've been holding on for 2 years. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join the Discord. Discord has our Veve channel. You can go in there. We have an Omi channel as well if you're into that. And you can discuss everything you love, everything you hate, anything and everything, and you will not be censored whatsoever. Just come into the Discord and have a good time there. Actually, someone today was asking about the Veve Discord, so we shared the Veve Discord link for those who were trying to get into there and weren't able to find it. Shout out to Eagle Eyes for providing that to me to give to them because I couldn't find it on my mobile either. I don't know. I'm just not the best at other Discords, just Superstar Money Discord.
I mean, the Superstar Money Discord, we call it the Walmart of Discords because you have all the projects there. Now, we haven't done a Veve video in quite some time. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But, Joe, you called me today and you're like, hey, Veve emailed us. I'm like, why did Veve email us? And honestly, this changed everything. It changed everything for me. It changed everything for you and our perspective on things. So why don't you tell everybody what happened?
It's been like 2 years. I mean, I think it's like October, November 2022 since, I guess, the biggest slap in the face for me with the Veve app directly. And everybody knows about it. It's become a meme in the entire Veve community. I've tried to be a good sport about it over the years. But over time, it's just like, am I even being recognized, listened to, heard? And I think some of the same sentiment that a lot of the community has felt, maybe not necessarily for the same idea or same topic, but in general. But now today, I feel heard, finally. Finally, I am feeling heard, okay? First of all, this is all regarding the James Bond airdrop poster, and you're going to hear the entire story around it. Rob, why don't you actually pull up the comments from a video 6 days ago when we were planning to not really cover Veve as much or maybe at all?
Look, the last Veve video we did was, I think, right at the beginning of November. We did a Veve video and we really stopped. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that we just weren't, we just didn't have a lot of confidence and we were going to come back and do a video. Like we weren't going to just completely, forget it. Like we were still watching what was going on, but our interest laid with the Pokemon app at the time. We wanted to make sure we do more videos on, apps that we were actually using rather than, we have a long history of Veve, but we weren't really participating in the app. And one of the big factors to this was the James Bond airdrop. So shout out Pasternak. He said, when Veve, by this point, 6 days ago, almost a month went by without doing a Veve video. And the response was, when James Bond poster. And he said, I'll buy you one. And the response 0 seconds ago was no need. So that's just a little bit of a reflection of what was going on over the last little month. And I don't know how this happened, but one way, somehow, it looks like there may finally be a James Bond poster in your horizon.
We don't know exactly if that's what will be, but there seems to be some kind of resolution on the horizon. And I think it's time we start to show a little bit of the emails in the background. So if you guys don't know, all right, it's a meme. I collected all of the James Bond posters needed. It was the first James Bond poster set. I collected all of them needed for the airdrop, and I sold them. I think it was 18 minutes later or something. I sold the first one after the snapshot. And the next day, or whenever the day was that I was supposed to receive the airdrop, I went on my Veve app and nothing ever came through. So I made a support ticket because that's what you do when things go wrong. You make a support ticket, and I got a response. So let me share this tab here. This was the first response I got. This is back in 2022, I think November 2022. I'm not going to say the associate's name and any of that stuff, but I'm sorry for the delay. The team has investigated this, and all qualifying users have received their airdrops. If you have not received an airdrop, it means you did not qualify for one during the snapshot due to selling the collectibles before the snapshot was completed.
Yeah.
Going forward, more information will be provided on our various social media accounts regarding when snapshots are completed. Thank you for being a valued collector. So, I mean, that there shows that basically no remorse, not following through on what was said in their Medium article at the time when they were using that platform, and basically saying it's my problem that I sold the set at whatever time because their snapshot was not yet completed, even though the definition of a snapshot is instantaneously. I mean, at this time you hold the set, you're going to get the snapshot, you're going to get the airdrop. So in come Ben Rose, shout out Ben Rose, the new co-CEO of Veve, really looks like he's starting to change the culture. And the one big thing that is keeping us around now and keeping us interested is accountability. Accountability is a huge thing that I feel like Veve has not had. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's had any accountability over the last 2 years. I think that Ben Rose realizes that accountability is a very important thing for a successful company, obviously coming from a successful company in Binance. And he's pretty much making Veve accountable. We first heard it with the Veveverse announcement that they maybe weren't working on it over the last 2 years and allowing people to think that they were. And there's been other things that he's gotten them to mention and talk about, and just be more honest and open. And I think he's doing a great job when it comes to that. But there is an update email. We'll get to that. But Rob, I want to hear your thoughts first.
Okay, so first of all, I remember during this time period, we had big issues with this because we know from participating in other projects, when somebody says snapshot, that means at that exact moment in time, and it's the blockchain, everything's recorded. Okay, so they know at what time, at what second did certain people own a certain collectible. And the fact that this email got sent back to you definitely really ticked us off at the time because it is not based in facts. You know, the email basically said that it means you did not qualify during the snapshot, all right, due to the selling the collectibles before the snapshot was completed. But the fact of the matter is, at the time, there was an article that said at exactly this time, that's the definition of a snapshot. If you owned it, you're going to get it. So obviously the price dumps right after because people like you are selling to get out before it dumps even more. And what ended up happening after this was Omi Daily Burn. Shout out to Omi Daily Burn. He did a video and he actually looked into the blockchain and confirmed, I think it was you and 17 others or 16 others all qualified for it based on the definition of a snapshot at that time. However, because I guess of the technical ways on Veve side, you were not captured when they ran it on their end. And another thing that really bothered me since we're on this topic is I remember during that time period, there were many Veve supporters that were jumping to defend Veve on this and actually said that you shouldn't be selling, that you should not have sold, despite the fact that a promise of a snapshot meant at a specific time. Somehow the user became the problem instead of the company making a mistake. So I think that this email from over 2 years ago shows that. And finally, after all this time, I think it's time that we have to actually give respect where respect is due. And they're recognizing that actually, yeah, that wasn't really fair.
Yeah, I mean, we got the new email. And this is the new culture, I would say. Like, I think we've got a tale of two cultures. You got this culture where it was the user's problem, your fault, we can't do wrong, no accountability. And then you go into the new email. Hi, Superstar Money Joe. My name is Lucas. I'm the customer success manager at Veve. One of my responsibility is around snapshots and airdrops. I was recently made aware of the fact that you hadn't received the Danish Thunderbolt poster airdrop in recognition of holding the full set of James Bond collectibles back in 2022. Looking through our logs, I can confirm that, yes, you were entitled to receive that airdrop along with a number of other users who hadn't received it. That's on me. I just want to apologize for that oversight. I'm currently working with the team to send you and the other affected users a replacement James Bond collectible. You should receive an email in the coming days. Once again, I apologize for the oversight and thank you for bringing it to our attention. Guys, this is perfect. This is exactly, and the best part is it says the team is working to send it to me. and the other affected users, because that's the right thing to do. They all had the snapshot at the right time. They should all be getting whatever this is. And I'm hoping it's an extension. I think that what the proper way to do this is you make a larger mint size for that collectible and just airdrop it, because that's what it would have been and should have been, right? So I don't think anybody could really argue that.
You're not wrong, but I mean, at this point, like, it's like $2 on the market, like,
who cares?
right? It's like they could just literally just buy it just to right this wrong. Just go to the market and buy some and transfer them, you know.
Yeah. But like, I mean, I want my own brand new one, minted from the store. But I mean, I don't know what it's going to be. It just says a James Bond collectible. This is a first of its kind. I feel like if it is something different, it would be this collectible. I will never sell. I don't think it will be the acknowledgement and the apology from Veve. And I don't think many people have ever gotten that in the past. I think moving forward, mistakes will be accountable, and they will be doing things like this to correct the wrongs. But this probably will be the first time that we see something like this. We've seen now, since Ben's been around, the verbal apologies about the Veveverse and maybe communications in the past and how things have gone prior. But this could be like an actual fulfillment, like where they right the wrong and they have an action behind it. I know a lot of people have been waiting for action from Veve. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect this email. And I didn't expect this action just because of the past and what we've seen from the team, from the company. And it's just a breath of fresh air to see that the culture is changing at Veve and that they're starting to take the user base that is already existing seriously, because we've made so many videos saying that user retention is very important, because this is a small microcosm of like the entire world that is into this type of collecting. And you need these people who are here to be the preachers of the product. You don't want the people here to be upset, because then who's going to be shouting it out to like, I'm not going to go tell my friends, hey, go join this app, put your money in. You might get your airdrop. You might not get your airdrop. I want to feel confident with my discussions with people, especially when it comes to financial and getting people to put money onto something. So good start. Great to see some accountability for once from Veve, and the apologies above and beyond. So thank you.
This is the thing that I have to say with this is this is not so unexpected, because we've been going through years and years of various issues that have come up. And we've stated a number of times on videos throughout these years, you know, you can't buy trust, right? Like, your user base, you're not going to be able to buy trust. Every issue that occurred that was not properly dealt with fractured that trust between the user base and Veve, or should I say the collector base or the investor base in Veve, I should say at the time. And I think that this is definitely a recognition. I mean, Ben has been on another level. Once he started, and I started seeing him, you know, he brought Dan on to talk about the Veveverse and how they haven't really been working on it. So there was definitely a different messaging that we had from before the time that Ben was here to now. The fact that there's emails like this that are coming in, I see him going on channels and doing interviews on channels and actually communicating with the user base. He's doing all the right things that I just don't see how it's not going to make Veve successful as he continues to do these things. He's coming into a situation that there was a lot of baggage, and it was also an NFT market that had a major pullback. He had people's financial hopes and dreams in this app, and a lot of people got burned. But then you have him coming into, I would say, a pretty tough situation, and I can tell already the path that he's on. He is serious about building the brand. He is serious about creating a positive image of Veve by doing things like this. Okay, we were wrong by not giving you a snapshot. We promised a snapshot. We were wrong by not giving it to you. It doesn't matter what it's worth. It's not about the money. You could go buy one for $2, no problem. I don't even know if it's $2, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap. Okay, I don't know the exact price, but I know it's pretty cheap. They can go for so cheap, go and buy this collectible and give it to you, or you can buy it yourself. But it's not. It's about the principle. And the fact that
bought it before,
right? And the fact that they're recognizing this, you got to give Ben a ton of credit. For me personally, I had a very negative outlook on Veve customer service. I had an experience with them as well with an email change. It was very difficult. I understand there was a whole bunch of safety issues, but you got to keep in mind, I was changing my email with like banking information, like way more sensitive information than Veve. It was so much easier. Didn't have to call, email, nobody. It was all done in the system. This one here, I had to go through like a whole bunch of like multi-layered confirmations for them to change the email. And so I've had a very negative outlook on Veve customer service and of course, from before my personal experience, I knew obviously about the airdrop situation and a number of other things that have happened throughout the years in terms of customer service concerns that the community have brought up. But when I see things like this, it is starting to turn my negative outlook to actually a very positive one, saying, you know what, Veve, if something goes wrong, they're gonna make sure they make it right. They're gonna correct it.
Yeah.
And it just builds my confidence in them and my participation in the app.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And I mean, shout out to Lucas for this email. I really appreciate it again. And we're going to definitely keep you guys posted. We'll let you know what happens. We'll let you know what the James Bond collectible is, if it is the poster that I'm looking for, or if it's something else. Either way, acknowledgement, apology, accountability, things that we're not used to seeing from Veve starting to come through, and only for the better. We need to see more of this. And I'm really glad to see the new culture coming through. And it makes me want to make more Veve videos.
Yeah, and that's why, like we said, guys, let us know in the comments below. You know, we just talked about why Veve emailed us, and this is the message that changed everything for us. Our outlook is starting to turn. You know what? We think we got to do some more Veve videos after this for sure.
I want to know if any of you guys ever had any questions you wanted to ask Veve. I don't know what for or any upcoming anythings, but any questions you guys might have for Veve, let us know. Even if you want to do it in the DMs, if you don't want Veve to see the questions, maybe one day we'll get one of those interviews. You know, it's been a while since we interviewed Reese.
Right. So let us know in the comments below what you guys think about today's video. Also, feel free to, you can tell us on X, or you can let us know in the comments. You can DM us on X though, if you want to let us know any questions that you may have for the Veve team, because we may be able to look into that a little bit deeper. But before you go, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar family, hit the bell notification button so you get a couple videos every single week. And also thank you to our superstar VIPs for your support. Everyone take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.